Pole sitter will be Stephen Docker. On the front row with him, Joe Holmes. On row 2 is Dave Waters and James Hattersley. Row 3 is Chris Powell and Tyler Mays, Jamie Crease, and I think that's Tom Dix on row 4. Under starters orders, as they say. Docker now controls the pace in kart number 13. When will he drop the hammer? Looking for that green light. It's very late. We're going green this time though. Who's going to get the whole shot? It's Docker. And Holmes has got his wheels inside. Can he get through on the exit? Yes, he can. Joe Holmes has made a great start from grid 2 to lead into Christmas corner. Will that be the last they see of him? So it's Docker from James Hattersley in 3rd. Tyler Mays in 4th place. And then it gets a little bit busy behind. Steve Brown has... Oh, we've got a hand in the air there. We've got people off. In fact, we're going to go round again. It's going to be called off as a false, or called as a false start. And we'll try this one again. I think Golding has been off the road on the exit of turn 1. I can see they're now showing 7 minutes on the race time clock. So I think they've lost a lap. So, once again, Stephen Docker controlling the pace. Joe Holmes on the front row. David Waters, James Hattersley on row 2. Chris Powell and Tyler Mays on row 3. Jamie Crease and Tom Dix. Ed Bars and Parmveen Najjar round out the top 10. Looking for the green light. Will they make a clean start out of turn 1 this time? Who will get that whole shot? Holmes stole it on the last start, and I think he's going to steal it again. He's got inside of Stephen Docker and leads as they go up the hill to Christmas corner, and James Hattersley might be able to push through into 2nd. I think Docker's turned in across him and has got the spot. So Hattersley settles into 3rd place with Chris Powell on his bumper, so there's no settling at all as Powell straight down the inside into Ashby. Waters running in 5th. On the bumper now of James Hattersley, turns inside. Can he get inside at Chapman? Yes, he can. It's been a difficult opening few corners for James Hattersley. Now he's got Tyler Mays on the inside, and he's going to go down the inside. He's going to be shuffled down the line by first Pete O'Connor. He's got in ahead of Jamie Crease, so he's back in about 5th or 6th place as they come through to finish the lap. End of lap 1, it's Joe Holmes from Stephen Docker. Chris Powell making a good start, up 2 positions. Dave Waters and Tyler Mays up 2. Pete O'Connor's come flying up 9 positions to run in 6th place. And where is Pete O'Connor? There he is on the bumper of Tyler Mays as they chase after and try and run down Dave Waters, and O'Connor's looking up the inside again. But he's on the wrong side for Parker, and he'll have to lift, and it might cost him. Hattersley comes back through. So James Hattersley finally getting into his race, but he's gone deep at the bottom of the hill there at Chapman. And we've got a hand in the air again. We've got somebody off in the boot section. I think it might be just a pusher cart driver out testing. So we've moved through 5 minutes from the end of Heat 3. Your race leader is Joe Holmes by just about a second from Stephen Docker. There's the gap. 3rd place is Chris Powell, and I think Chris Powell should be of more concern to Stephen Docker than catching Joe Holmes. Big gap there to Dave Waters. Oh, and it's all kicking off behind. Steve Brown on the grass. This heat's not going his way, and it's fairly busy at the tail end. Oh, 2-3 wide. Crease has lost a spot there. Oh, and they're all leaning on each other, and Stephen Hicks has ground to a halt. I think he had some contact with Jamie Crease. Oh, and it's all kicking off ahead. Jay Elliott's ground pretty much to a halt. I don't think this will be going down too well with Clark of the course. Nicky Richardson out front. Joe Holmes' lead is over 1.2 seconds ahead of Stephen Docker. Chris Powell has moved into striking distance. Any kind of mistake now from Stephen, and the multiple champion will be down and through like a rat up a drain pipe, or whatever the phrase is. Behind, it's still going off. Brandon Williams, Matt Brooks having a quiet day. Jack Harding running in, what will that be, about 9th or 10th place. Darren Teal gets ahead of Brandon Williams. Jamie Crease, Steve Brown, Dan Truman. And where's the big battle on track? Pete O'Connor, sandwiched between two of the young guns in Club 100, James Hattersley and Tyler Mays. Mays to the inside at Ashby, gets it done, gets it turned. Can he hold the spot across to Parker? O'Connor takes a look up the inside, but hasn't got the momentum to push through. Down to Chapman. And Hattersley's been able to pull out a couple of kart lengths to free himself of the attentions of Mays and O'Connor. 18 is Ian Blake, running in 8th place. Big gap then to Jack Harding, running in 9th. A penalty for Matt Brooks, running in 10th. Dan Healy, 11th. Darren Teal, 12th. Brandon Williams, 13th. Jamie Crease, Steve Brown down in 15th. And Chris Powell has closed in and is looking as though he's getting ready to strike at Stephen Docker. We're just under 2 minutes from the finish, so probably 2 laps, possibly 3. On the back straight, edging ever closer. It's just a matter of time, I fear, for Stephen. Where will Chris Powell strike? I fancy Christmas corner this lap. Oh, it's certainly going to have 2 more laps. Turn 1. Well, Stephen's got good pace up to Christmas corner, so I'd say next point of attack will be at Ashby. On the brakes maybe. Stephen holding his own, and this is quite a test, because Chris Powell is no slouch around Whilton Mill and no slouch in Club 100 for sure. Powell takes a look over his shoulder as he's settling in for 3rd. It'll be the final lap this time by, I'm pretty sure. Joe Holmes has got this one in the bag. Final lap board is out. Has Chris Powell got anything left for Stephen Docker, who's put up a sterling defence here in Heat 3 of the Elite Sprint Championship, round 2 at Whilton Mill. Not close enough for Christmas corner. That kart's got a good motor under Stephen Docker. Holmes has got this in the bag. James Hattersley is holding off. Kart 25, Dave Waters. I don't think Chris Powell's going to do this. Joe Holmes is heading to his first win. I think his first win in a heat or a final this season. The 2016 heavyweight champion takes Heat 3. Coming out of the final complex, Stephen Docker will be second ahead of Chris Powell. Great run there. James Hattersley, Dave Waters, Pete O'Connor, Ian Blake, Tyler Mays, Jack Harding, Matt Brooks, Dan Healy finishes in 11th. Darren Teal is 12th. Steve Brown, Jay Elliott, Brandon Williams is the top 15. And that's your last heat. We're now getting set for round 2 Clubman final.